On a cold winter morning, Ethan sat alone at a bus stop, holding a worn-out envelope in his hands. The paper was old, slightly torn at the edges, as if it had been carried around for years. He stared at it for a long time but didn't open it. This letter was the last thing his mother had given him before she passed away. Ethan had never had an easy life. His father left when he was just 5 years old, and his mother worked day and night to raise him. She was everything to him, his family, his strength, his reason to keep going. But life wasn't kind. When Ethan turned 18, his mother fell seriously ill. The hospital bills kept increasing, and no matter how hard he worked, it was never enough. He tried everything, small jobs, late-night shifts, even selling his belongings. Still, he couldn't save her. The day she died, Ethan felt like the world had gone silent. Before her last breath, she handed him that envelope and whispered, "Open it when you feel completely lost." Since that day, Ethan carried the letter everywhere, but he never had the courage to read it. Years passed. Now at 23, Ethan was tired of life. He worked at a small warehouse, barely earning enough to survive. He had no friends, no family, and no dreams left. Every day felt the same, empty and meaningless. That morning at the bus stop, something felt different. He had just lost his job. Standing there, with cold wind brushing against his face, Ethan felt completely broken. His hands trembled as he looked at the envelope again. "Maybe this is the moment," he whispered. With slow, shaky fingers, he opened it. Inside was a neatly folded piece of paper. As he unfolded it, he recognized his mother's handwriting instantly. His eyes filled with tears even before he began to read. "Dear Ethan," it said. "If you are reading this, it means life has become very difficult for you. I wish I could be there to hold you, but I know you are stronger than you think." Ethan's breathing grew heavy. "I know you feel alone. I know you are tired. But listen to me carefully, you are not weak. You have survived things that many people couldn't." A tear rolled down his cheek. "I didn't give you a perfect life, and for that, I am sorry. But I gave you something more important, a strong heart. And that heart will guide you when everything else fails." Ethan closed his eyes, remembering all the nights his mother stayed awake just to take care of him. The letter continued. "There will be days when you feel like giving up. Days when it feels like nothing will ever get better. On those days, I want you to promise me something. Don't stop. Keep going, even if it's just one step at a time. Because one day, you will look back and realize that all this pain made you stronger." His hands were shaking now. "And one more thing, Ethan, don't be afraid to start again. Life is not about how many times you fall, but how many times you rise." By now, Ethan couldn't hold back his tears. People around him glanced curiously, but he didn't care. At the bottom of the letter, there was one final line. "I will always be proud of you. No matter what happens, you are my greatest achievement." Ethan pressed the letter against his chest and broke down completely. For the first time in years, he didn't feel empty. He felt seen. He felt loved. That day, something inside him changed. Instead of going home and giving up, Ethan walked into a nearby cafe and asked if they were hiring. They weren't, but he didn't stop. He went to another place, then another, and another. Rejections came, one after another. But this time, he didn't quit. Days later, he finally got a small job at a bookstore. It didn't pay much, but it was a start. Every night after work, Ethan would sit and read. Books became his escape, his teachers, and slowly, his inspiration. Months turned into a year. Ethan saved money, improved his skills, and eventually got a better job. He started meeting new people, making connections, and for the first time, he began to dream again. But no matter how far he went, he never forgot that letter. He kept it safely in his pocket, not as a memory of pain, but as a reminder of strength. One evening, as he closed the bookstore, a young boy walked in. He looked scared and lost. "Excuse me, are you hiring?" the boy asked nervously. Ethan saw himself in that boy. He smiled gently and said, "Not right now, but don't give up. Keep trying." Then he added softly, "Trust me, it gets better." As the boy left with a small smile, Ethan looked up at the sky. For the first time in a long time, he felt at peace. Because he finally understood what his mother wanted him to know all along. No matter how dark life becomes, there is always a reason to keep going.